Imagine waking up each morning with a profound sense of joy and contentment, not because everything in your life is perfect, but because you have decided to choose happiness. Happiness, often sought after like a distant treasure, is actually within your reach at this very moment. In this video, we will explore how happiness is not merely a reaction to good fortune, but a deliberate and personal choice. By understanding the nature of happiness and the barriers that may prevent us from accepting it, we can start to take actionable steps towards a more joyful and fulfilling life. Happiness is a concept that has intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and thinkers for centuries. Traditionally, it is viewed as a state of contentment and well-being that we experience when our desires and needs are satisfied. Modern psychological insights suggest that happiness is more complex and can be cultivated through our actions and thoughts, regardless of external circumstances. This implies that happiness isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we actively create through our choices and attitudes. When we discuss happiness, it's essential to understand that it's not a constant state of euphoria. Instead, it's a stable sense of satisfaction and peace that comes from living in a way that aligns with our values and goals. This understanding liberates us from the pursuit of fleeting pleasures and directs us towards deeper, more meaningful sources of joy. Despite its simplicity and definition, achieving happiness can be obstructed by various internal and external barriers. One of the most significant internal barriers is the baggage of the past. Many of us carry the weight of past traumas, disappointments, and failures, which can cloud our current perceptions and decisions. This historical baggage often fosters negative self-talk and doubt, which can prevent us from seeing the opportunities for happiness that lie before us. Another barrier is the influence of societal expectations and pressures. Society often has a blueprint for what it means to be successful and happy. This blueprint can include career achievements, material success, and even the right kinds of relationships. When our life doesn't match these societal templates, we might feel inadequate or unhappy. Recognizing that these are external constructs, not measures of true happiness, is crucial in overcoming this barrier. Our own expectations can sometimes stand in the way. When we set unrealistic standards for ourselves or others, it sets us up for disappointment. Happiness flourishes in a realistic framework where we understand and accept our limitations while still striving for growth and improvement. By identifying these barriers and understanding their impact on our emotional health, we can begin to dismantle them. This process involves introspection and sometimes the courage to reject the narratives we've been told about what it means to be happy. Only then can we start laying down the foundational beliefs and behaviors that foster genuine happiness. Moving forward from identifying barriers, let's focus on cultivating a happiness mindset. This part of our journey is about modifying our thoughts and behaviors to foster happiness regardless of our external circumstances. A happiness mindset begins with the acknowledgement that we can control our reactions to the events in our life. Firstly, consider the power of positive thinking. By focusing on what is good in our lives and expressing gratitude for those elements, we shift our attention away from what we lack or what brings us down. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to highlight the positive as a way to balance our overall perspective and improve our emotional state. Secondly, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves staying present in the moment without judgment. By being mindful, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. This practice helps us gain clarity on what truly matters and reduces the noise of trivial worries and anxieties. Adaptability is a key aspect of a happiness mindset. Life is ever-changing, and our ability to adapt to these changes with a positive outlook plays a crucial role in our overall happiness. This means learning to accept what we cannot change and focusing our energy on what we can influence. By embedding these practices into our daily routine, we foster a resilient and joyful mindset that enhances our ability to experience happiness on a consistent basis. Another vital component in our quest for happiness is self-worth. Understanding and enhancing our self-worth is essential because how we perceive ourselves influences every aspect of our lives, including our happiness. Self-worth is the value we assign to ourselves. It's about recognizing our intrinsic worth as individuals, separate from our achievements, failures, or how others perceive us. When we have a strong sense of self-worth, we are more likely to pursue things that bring us joy and less likely to depend on external validation. One way to enhance self-worth is through self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Acknowledge your struggles, forgive your mistakes, and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Another way is by setting and maintaining boundaries. This includes learning to say no and prioritizing your needs and well-being, which reinforces the belief that you are important and deserving of respect. Engage in activities that you are good at and that bring you joy. This reinforces your sense of competence and accomplishment, which are important building blocks of self-worth. By cultivating a robust sense of self-worth, we enable ourselves to make choices that align with our desires, needs, and values, leading to a more authentic and sustainable happiness. Now that we've explored the importance of a happiness mindset and self-worth, let's look into practical daily habits that can anchor our commitment to happiness. Establishing daily habits plays a critical role in maintaining a consistent level of joy and contentment in our lives. First, practice gratitude. Starting or ending your day by noting 3 things you are grateful for can significantly shift your focus from what's missing to what's abundant in your life. Gratitude enhances our awareness of the small wins and blessings, often overlooked yet vital for sustained happiness. Next, incorporate physical activity into your routine. Physical exercise isn't just good for the body, it's equally beneficial for mental health. Even a brief walk, yoga session, or a set of stretches can release endorphins, known as the feel-good hormones, and help clear your mind, reducing stress and elevating mood. Commit to continual learning and personal growth. Whether it's reading, exploring a new hobby, or learning a new skill, growth activities stimulate the brain and provide a sense of achievement and satisfaction. This not only enriches our lives, but also empowers us with new ways to experience and spread happiness. By embedding these habits into your everyday life, you create a stable foundation for happiness that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit each day. While we build habits that foster happiness, it's equally important to address and manage the negative thoughts and emotions that can cloud our happiness. Understanding how to effectively deal with these intrusions can significantly enhance our emotional well-being. Acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to feel sad, angry, or frustrated at times. Recognizing and accepting your emotions without judgment is the first step in managing them effectively. Suppressing feelings can lead to greater stress and unhappiness. Secondly, challenge negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and ask yourself whether these thoughts are based on facts or assumptions. This process, often used in cognitive behavioral therapy, helps in reassessing situations more realistically, reducing the impact of unfounded worries and pessimistic predictions. Seek positive interactions. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you, and environments that inspire positivity. While you cannot always control your circumstances, you can choose to seek out positivity in your interactions, which can buffer against the draining effects of negativity. By mastering these techniques to combat negative thoughts and emotions, you enhance your ability to remain centered and joyful, even in challenging times. Continuing our exploration into the elements that influence our happiness, let's look into the role of relationships. Healthy, supportive relationships are foundational to our emotional well-being, acting as catalysts for happiness. To foster relationships that enhance your happiness, it is essential to communicate openly and honestly. Clear communication helps prevent misunderstandings and builds trust, making relationships more rewarding. It's important to express your thoughts and feelings while also being receptive to the perspectives of others. Another vital aspect is to offer and seek support. Being there for others during their times of need and accepting support when you need it creates a mutual sense of security and belonging. This exchange strengthens bonds and deepens our connections, enhancing our collective emotional resilience. Spend quality time together. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's crucial to carve out time for those who matter. Whether it's a simple coffee date, a walk in the park, or a phone call, these moments of connection are vital. They nurture our relationships and, by extension, our happiness. By prioritizing these aspects within your relationships, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute positively to the lives of others, creating a supportive network that thrives on shared joy and understanding. While we aim to enhance our happiness, it is also important to consider the challenges we face. Rather than viewing challenges as obstacles to happiness, we can see them as opportunities for growth that can lead to deeper satisfaction and joy. First, reframe your perspective on challenges. When faced with a difficulty, try to view it as a chance to learn and grow rather than a setback. This shift in perspective can transform your approach to everyday challenges, making them less daunting and more manageable. Second, develop resilience. Resilience allows us to navigate through difficulties with grace and determination. Building resilience involves maintaining a positive attitude, setting realistic expectations, and being persistent in your efforts, even when progress seems slow. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Overcoming challenges often requires significant effort and perseverance. Recognizing and celebrating these victories not only boosts your morale, but also reinforces your capability to handle future challenges. By accepting challenges as part of your journey and recognizing the growth they bring, you pave the way for a robust and resilient form of happiness that is not easily shaken by life's ups and downs. While we continue our exploration of happiness, it's important to focus on how we can sustain this state over the long term. Happiness isn't just about experiencing joy in fleeting moments. It's about embedding it into the fabric of our everyday lives. To sustain happiness, it's crucial to practice consistency in the habits and mindsets we've discussed. Consistency helps to solidify these practices as natural parts of your daily routine, making it easier to maintain a positive outlook even during less favorable times. Adapting to life's changes is another key factor. As life evolves, so too must our strategies for maintaining happiness. This might mean adjusting your goals, adopting new habits, or shifting your perspectives to align with new realities. Flexibility in your approach allows you to navigate life's unpredictabilities without losing sight of your happiness. Additionally, continuous self-reflection is vital. Regularly taking time to contemplate your emotional state and satisfaction levels can help you identify areas of your life that may need more attention or adjustment. This ongoing process of self-assessment ensures that you remain aligned with your personal values and happiness goals. By committing to these practices, you can build and sustain happiness that endures through life's ebb and flow, making you better equipped to handle whatever comes your way with a positive and resilient outlook. Understanding that happiness is a choice and actively fostering it through practical steps can profoundly transform your life. Throughout this video, we've explored how adopting a happiness mindset, enhancing self-worth, establishing supportive relationships, accepting challenges, and implementing sustaining practices are all crucial for cultivating lasting happiness. Remember, the pursuit of happiness is a personal journey that involves continuous effort and adaptation. By choosing to focus on the positive, engage deeply with others, overcome obstacles with resilience, and maintain your practices consistently, you create a robust foundation for a joyful and fulfilling life. While we wrap up, I encourage you to take actionable steps towards creating your own joy. Start small, perhaps with a daily gratitude practice or by setting aside time for self-reflection. Each step you take is a building block in constructing a happier and more satisfying life. Believe in your power to choose happiness every day and watch as your world transforms around this choice.